Hey everyone, and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to make air fried chicken and broccoli, one of my healthy go-to favorites. So to begin this recipe, I am going to go ahead and start with my cleaned chicken. For this, because of how I personally season my food, I will be using gloves just to protect my hands from any salmonella. That way I can continue to work with my spice bottles. For today's seasonings, we are going to be using onion powder, garlic powder, seasoning salt, parsley, salt, pepper, and paprika. The great thing though about seasonings is that you can really get very creative and use whatever seasonings your heart desires. One thing that you may notice as I'm seasoning is I don't measure. I have never measured. I've been in the kitchen since I was a little girl with my mom and my grandma and my aunts. So I don't measure, but what I do is I go based off of the smell and the look of the seasonings. So if I can smell all of my seasonings over the smell of the raw chicken, then I know that this is going to be seasoned to perfection. For people who are newer to cooking or who maybe just don't enjoy cooking as much, whenever we are talking through seasonings, what I recommend is to start lighter. You can always add additional seasonings to your food. So instead of being on the opposite end where you've over seasoned your food and you really can't go back, especially after you cook it, I recommend to start with a lower amount of seasoning, especially anything that has salt in it. Start with less. Less is more. For this recipe, since it is going to be cooked in the air fryer, I am going to add just a little bit of olive oil. You don't necessarily have to use olive oil. You can use any oil that you have in your pantry. I personally prefer olive oil, and the reason I'm using it is to help the seasoning actually coat and stick to the chicken while it's in the air fryer, and it will also help to crisp up that skin, because you may have noticed that I am not using any flour or cornstarch in order to coat the chicken like you would with a traditional fried chicken. So leveraging that oil is really going to help make sure that your skin gets nice and crunchy. And yeah, you'll see a little bit later, but I promise you, you will not miss that flour. And another reason that I'm not using the flour is because I am on my health journey, so I figured why not cut a little bit of carbs and gluten out for myself, but I prefer just the crispy skin. So we'll go ahead and we'll line our chicken in our air fryer basket. And then from here we will stick it into our air fryer. The thing I love about the air fryer is that it gets food done so much faster, and it's, set it and forget it. So for your air fryer, you're gonna put your chicken in at 360 degrees for 25 minutes. And since I always buy the family pack of chicken, I am going to go ahead and freeze the rest of this chicken. A really good tip here for your chicken is you can freeze this chicken for up to 9 months. Mine personally is not going to make it that long. This will probably make it maybe a week or two, because I do cook very frequently and I'm a very picky eater, so a lot of my meals do contain chicken. While our chicken is cooking, I am going to go ahead and prepare my side, which is just simply going to be steamed broccoli. I love broccoli. It's so easy to go to, and I like to push the easy button with the frozen broccoli. And look at this chicken, you guys. It is getting a nice golden color to it so far. We're not quite done, so we are going to put it back in. But man, I just wanted you to see some progress. A really big theme for me is meal prepping, and I do it not only to make sure that I'm being mindful of the amount of food that I'm eating, but I also do it for a matter of convenience. I don't have to think twice when I go in my refrigerator in terms of what am I going to eat for lunch or what am I going to eat for dinner. I meal prep 2 meals every single week to just make, so I can push the easy button. And you'll see that I am really big on portions. So I make sure that each of my bowls has approximately the same amount of food. That way I'm not, eating one bowl that has more or another that has less at any point during the week. All right, and let's look at our air fried chicken one more time. We are almost to where I want this chicken to be. So while we're waiting those additional few minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and get my bowls nice and ready. You'll see my sous chefs back there, my 2 puppies. They'll come through the kitchen occasionally. You guys, look at this chicken. I mean, it has got a beautiful, crispy, golden brown skin. When you make it, you will see what I'm talking about. This chicken is so good. A little tip, because whenever I meal prep, of course, the skin is not going to be as crispy as the same day that I've cooked it. One thing that you can do if you were trying to capture that moment again is you can put your chicken in the air fryer for like 2 or 3 minutes. It will crisp your skin right back up like it was the first day that you cooked it. And I am a bit of a perfectionist with my bowls. And that's it, you guys. That is the meal for the week. Air fried chicken, steamed broccoli, super easy, really quick to do, very low calorie type of meal if that's what you're into. So I thank you guys so much for coming along, clicking the video, and seeing what it is that we had going on. I hope that you enjoy your meal. And with that, I just, again, want to thank you so very much for watching. I loved having you in the kitchen with me. Please make sure that you take a moment to like, to comment, and subscribe. Next video that we're going to post is going to be sugar cookies. These are amazing, amazing cookies. Super easy to do. You will not regret it. We'll see you next time.